Next question I want to touch on is the importance of words, the importance of the words you use to identify yourself.
Now, I have seen many motivational speakers emphasizing how important it is to speak kindly to yourself, speak in an empowering way to yourself. And they've been saying, whatever comes after I and am is very important. And I think the reason why they're doing that is because as time goes by, we're getting a better and better understanding of how the subconscious works and how important the inner dialogue is in terms of how we show up in this world, how we integrate what we have heard, whether it's externally or internally. So we realize that if someone is on the outside is abusing us, then we are traumatized, we are affected, we, start to experience emotions like sadness, fear, anger, self-doubt, and so on. And so what they also found out is that when we have those less than optimal inner conversations, then our subconscious just accepts it and starts to act on it. So what a lot of them have been saying is that whatever you put after I am is going to be received very well by the subconscious. So rather than saying, oh, I'm clumsy, or oh, I'm such an idiot, we start to use empowering dialogue like I am powerful, I am beautiful, I am wonderful, wonderfully made, I am whole, I am creative, and so on and so forth. You get the picture, right? Now, it's the same thing when we say I don't. It also has a significant impact on what our subconscious now takes on board. I don't know how to, I can't. Those negative pronouncements actually have an impact on our abilities to perform simple tasks. So this is why I believe even from kindergarten level, teachers have been, helping the children to sing little songs. I can, and I will, and because they understand that those empowering messages to self have an impact on even the motor skills and the way the body performs will be affected by those conversations. In the same breath, I'm going to speak on health. And it has been said that even speaking words of healing over yourself will result in better health. So if you keep saying, I'm tired and I'm not as strong, and it's going to impact because your cells are listening to you and they are taking the instructions and they're like, okay, tired? Okay, all right, I'll be tired. And they will do what they're being commanded to do. So the inner dialogue is actually an inner command. There is a book that I highly recommend to people. Your Word is Your Wand by Florence Scovel Shinn. And that book was written in the 1800s or the early 1900s. And it basically is going on the assumption that whatever you speak out loud actually has a lot of power. So when you say, I am beautiful, I am wonderfully made, your body goes into agreement with your words. Another thing that I want to emphasize is that your throat chakra is the bridge between your heart, your third eye. And so they are listening to the commands of the throat chakra. And so we have to be mindful that when we use our throat chakra, it is a reflection of what is going on in our heart chakra and what we can see. And it's vice versa as well. So we influence what goes on in the heart and in the mind, and our voice also impacts what goes on in the heart and mind. So we need to be mindful of all the dynamics involved in self-talk. One of the things that I think people need to assess is how they feel about themselves, and then figure out why they feel that way about themselves. Is it from family? Is it from school? Is it from friends? And then there is a certain level of introspection that needs to take place, because you know who you are, and you cannot rely on external sources to tell you who you are. So it requires now that you introspect and you start to rely on your opinion of yourself and not require the external validation of anybody outside of yourself. I'm not saying don't listen. I'm saying listen, think about everything, and then see, because that introspection is part of your evolution, your personal evolution. Because it is when you listen to people that you get their insights, and then you take it on board and you improve and evolve yourself, right? So there's much to the self-talk, right? And that's why I think there's lots of self-help books teaching you how to change that dialogue, that internal dialogue, to empower yourself, right? But it really speaks to bottom line, not requiring external validation and requiring or developing your internal validation of yourself through the self-talk.